One key aspect of academic writing is the use of citations or references. When writing scholarly material, you must always be transparent about which ideas are yours and which stem from earlier research. Therefore, it is important to specify where your theories or claims originate from. What previous material did you take into account when you started writing? Think of it as guidance to your readers. By referring to other people's ideas, you make it possible for your readers to follow your train of thought. They might be interested in the previous research themselves, or maybe they just wish to read it to make sure you've interpreted everything correctly. Then there's the aspect of paying respect to those before you. You've used their scientific findings, and it's appropriate to let them and your readers know this. Also, when you refer to other people, you're positioning yourself within the field. You show that you know who the leading experts are, that you've grasped what they've published, and that you've done your homework. Academic writing and referencing is all about building a line of argument that is well grounded. You should refer to the sources that you've used in your own text. If you read an article, a book, or a report and used ideas, data, or facts from it, then you must show this. Usually this is quite obvious, but of course questions could arise. For instance, what should you do if the original ideas that you want to refer to are presented in another book than the one you've read? Let's say that the author Anderson is summarizing Das Kapital by Marx. Who should you refer to? The answer is that you have to show that Marx's ideas were presented to you through Anderson. Anderson should be included in your reference list or bibliography. Of course, the best thing is to read Das Kapital yourself and make your own judgment based on the primary source. Is there anything you shouldn't refer to? Start by thinking of your readers. Who are they? You shouldn't have to refer to common knowledge, such as during what years the Second World War lasted. But be careful of using expressions such as "it is well known" or similar, since such a statement might be met by criticism. It is important to refer to the material that you've used in your own work, because if you forget to do so, you risk being accused of plagiarism, which is a form of cheating. If there aren't any references in your text, your readers will assume that you've come up with everything yourself. It is often quite obvious when this isn't the case, and if you use another person's work without referencing to it, this is easily detected. So be sure to clearly state whether a fact, idea, or data is yours or someone else's. Even if you intend to use your own previous work, it is important that you refer to it. You are not allowed to reuse material without stating so. There are several ways in which you can refer to what you've used, either by quoting, paraphrasing, or summarizing. A quote is when you use the exact same wording as in the original source. The quote is recognized by the quotation marks surrounding the quote or by the indentation in the text if it's a long quote. A quote should be followed by a reference including page number. Quotes are used sparsely within academic writing and are mostly applied when you want to stress a certain fact. Usually the text is easier to read if you paraphrase previous material instead of quoting it word by word. Paraphrasing essentially means rewriting material using your own words. It is a common way of incorporating other people's work into your own text. It will show your readers that you've understood earlier research and that you've found your own way to apply it into your context. Another way to use previous research is by summarizing. You can sum up an entire book or a whole body of work in just a few words in order to relate it to your own work. No matter if you quote, paraphrase, or sum up earlier research, this has to be made clear to your readers, and that is why referencing is so important. There are several ways to write references in accordance with different citation or reference styles. Within the social sciences, we often use APA or Harvard. References should contain all the information you need in order to set the different works apart and also to make it easier to find these publications. First and foremost, references consist of the name of the author, the title of the work, and the year of publication. But you also need to specify things such as the name and location of the publisher, if it's a book, or the name and volume of the journal. You can find this information either in the book or article that you read, or by using a library catalog or database. Usually these search engines help you produce a correct reference that will match the citation style that you're using. Or you can use our subject guides. And remember, you're always welcome to the library with your questions. We will do our best to help you.